What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Client Ascension Student Spotlight interview. This one's super cool. I'm here with my boy, Faizan. This
My
is one of the
guy.
homies that I've actually had the pleasure of meeting in person like multiple times since he joined the program. And dude, you're just like a brother to me. I look up to you,
Appreciate you, bro.
which
No, come
is
on, man.
yeah, seriously, dude. I look up to you, and I'm super inspired by
Appreciate
everything
you,
I've
bro.
watched you accomplish since meeting you for the first time. So let's just dive right into it. Tell whoever's listening who you are, what you're all about, and what you're working on these days.
Hell yeah, man. No, I appreciate the high praise from the GOAT, man. This is Dondre right here, respect. But no, my name is Faizan Saeed. I've been on Twitter for a while, but I just started making content like about a year ago. What I'm working on now is a Done With You, a consulting agency that kind of builds out in-house client acquisition systems for agencies. So kind of having that running on autopilot so that agency owners can focus on fulfillment and other stuff and they don't really have to focus on lead gen and sales. So I'm kind of trying to automate that whole thing for agencies. And I'm also working on another company with a buddy of mine, Tyler, Scryptgen. So what we want to do there is it's a copywriting service where we just write all outbound copy for our clients in the agency space or any B2B space. Anyone who has a B2B offer, if you're not getting traction with your email campaigns, your LinkedIn campaigns, outbound stuff, we kind of just write that stuff for you. So that's kind of what I'm working on now.
Super exciting, dude. Making a lot of having a big impact in our space with Scryptgen and with everything you're doing there. Like, people are definitely gravitating towards it, and I know some of the other big names in the space have actually used the service and have nothing but good things to say. So I'm excited to dive a little bit more into that. But the coolest part of all this is like where you actually got started, right? Because it wasn't even too long ago when we first met and when you joined Client Ascension. So I guess kind of take us back to the roots, like the origin story. We talk about this
Yeah,
a lot,
man.
like the origin story.
The OG days, the origins. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. So, yeah, man, about this time last year, I think I just signed my first client around this time last year. But if we rewind even like 6 months before then, I was trying out so many things, man, like Facebook ads agencies for like car dealerships, dentists, chiropractors, paid ads, e-commerce, drop shipping. Like I was doing it for so long, even like stock trading. I was doing so many different types of things, but I was never really committing. And it got to the point where like I was like devastated. I was like, damn, like nothing's working for me. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this stuff. But I always knew deep down that like I'm made for this. Like I need to do this. Like this is who I am. And so I decided to take a 9 to 5 job. And I was booking calls. I was cold calling. I really had a fear of cold calling at the time. So I kind of made myself take the job so I can kind of get over it. And then I realized I was like pretty good at lead gen. I was pretty good at booking calls, getting leads and stuff. And I'm like, built my lead gen agency on the side. And I had like one client. I was doing so much work for them. It was basically like having another full-time job. I remember when I first joined Client Ascension, I was like, I literally feel like they're my employer. And then you kind of told me like, you need to have SOPs, like all this stuff, put that stuff into place, have expectations, set boundaries with clients so that they're not wasting so much of your time. But I didn't know any of that stuff, bro. Before I was just like, let me try to, I wasn't coming from such a place of scarcity where I was just like, I'll take anything. I'll take any deal. Like, let me just work with anyone. I just want to like, you're kind of like that when you're a rookie. So that's what life was like before. And then I remember Daniel tweeted about Client Ascension and that you, Daniel, Nick Abraham, and a couple other guys were like going to be teachers on the program. And I was following you guys for so long, bro. Like I had cold email mastery. I bought the vault. I had all that stuff, literally all your stuff. So I was like, it was a no-brainer for me. And then I joined Client Ascension and immediately, a couple months after that, scaled up and here we are. Now you're the
Yo,
homie.
that's crazy, bro, because I relate so heavy to your story and your background. Like, I tried it all. I got into Forex. I was doing the stock market stuff. I was drop shipping, flipping. I was even on Twitter, but for sneaker Twitter, it used to be called, instead of money Twitter, when we were doing like Yeezy releases and Supreme hoodie drops and shit like that. And I had the same thought. And I've talked to so many entrepreneurs that also were having the thoughts of like, am I cut out for this? Like having the depth, right? So it's cool. Like you were able to find a community and we were able to find each other. Cause it even helps me to have conversations with you. Cause I still go through this stuff, which is cool to be able to talk about it in a public setting like this. the next question I have for you is like, that's a really dope origin story. And what's even more cool is how it's all kind of transformed, right? When we first started working together, you not only did you not know me, but you didn't know Tyler and you didn't know about Scryptgen. So kind of tell us about how that all came to be.
Dude, it's so crazy because I've only been in Client Ascension since February, and it hasn't even been a year. It just feels like we've just done so much, bro. I feel like a completely different person like now. Like I'm not even the Faizan that I was like in January, right? Like so much has changed. But yeah, dude, we had the first Client Ascension link up in like July, and Tyler was staying like down the hall at the same hotel, and we were just like seeing each other. Like immediately, we went to the cigar bar. And I was like, we looked at each other and we're just like, yo, what's up, bro? Like we gave each other a hug and we were like talking all that stuff. And then throughout the whole weekend, we're just chatting up. And we're just both looking at each other like, bro, like we gotta like do something, bro. Cause like I'm doing lead gen, he was doing sales, and we were just like, yo, like we definitely gotta do something. Like we both have complementary skill sets. And we sat down at the end of the weekend and we were just like, it was me, Tyler, Diego. We sat in our hotel room before they left for their flights. It was like 4 a.m. And we all like gave each other hugs. We're like, yo, new brotherhoods were just formed. Like new brotherhood was just formed. Like this is crazy. And I was like, me and Tyler were like, bro, like we're 100% starting a business right when we land. Like we're hopping on a call. And we hopped on a call. And we actually ended up having Nick give us the idea for Scryptgen because he needed a service like it, right? So he gave us the idea and we just ran with it. Right when he gave us the idea, I think like he gave us the idea like on a Thursday or something. And then Friday we started working on it. We're like, all right, we're starting with the website. We're doing all this stuff. And yeah, bro, we launched it and like it's been going great so far. We're trying to scale it up now.
Gonna say speed, bro. Speed. You didn't just run with it, you fucking sprinted with it. Like damn, the implementation has just been so impressive. And yeah, it was just cool to catch up with you and Tyler at the most recent Client Ascension event, because like it all just happened so fast, and not just the idea or like the concept to the ideation, but like you guys have a real business, real revenue, real clients, real case studies, and that's just so cool to see. So to leave the audience with this, where can they find you, follow you, and more importantly, like learn more about Scryptgen and all the other services you have to offer, because these are services that people need. And like you said, like even coaches within Client Ascension gravitated towards an offer like this, which is so dope.
Sure, man. Yeah. So my main place where I'm usually hanging out is Twitter, right? Most of us usually hanging out on Twitter. It's Can't Phase Me on Twitter. And I'm on Instagram too, but I'm not a huge on Instagram. I like Twitter more. I'm starting to focus more on YouTube, TikTok too. It's all Can't Phase Me. So Can't, F-A-I-Z me. That's where you can find me. DM me. You have any questions, you want to just chat, follow me. And yeah, man, if you need anything, like I'll try to help you guys out.
Yeah, and he means that. Like Faizan, the reason I love Faizan is because he's like, you're super genuine, bro. Like you really want to help. You're super interested in having these conversations, and it's really cool, man. I mean it. And like you're putting out great content too. So even outside of this interview, definitely worth a follow. Even if it's not, something you want to work on right away, like with Scryptgen or what he's offering, just follow along, because he's a real leader that is already emerging in this space. So you'll see a lot more of him regardless. And I appreciate you spending the time doing this.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. It's high praise coming from someone like you, bro. For real. You're a big inspiration to me and and everything that I've started. So man, that really means a lot to me. Like for real.
Appreciate you, bro. This was dope. I appreciate you taking the time.
And of course, anytime.